Look at this. I've even got my little goggles, my clear goggles on. I got some toilet paper in my ears to protect my ears from banging around. And I've got all kinds of screws here. What have I got here? Here's 3-inch coarse threaded drywall screws, and that I might end up using that. But on the outside, so I've got some coarse threaded screws that look like sheetrock screws. Oh, see, they're this color here. I didn't want to use that. I think I might have some other silver ones if I have to use those for the front screws. Okay, so I can't. Man, I thought I had some. See, these are the same. This is the wrong color. See, I wouldn't want to put those in on the front. But I didn't want to put black. You can get them at the store. You got to look around. They look almost like this right here, except they're silver. Okay, and then they would work for the outside. Okay, stick with me. And then I've got this is drywall screws 1-inch. I didn't even know they made 1-inch coarse threaded drywall screws. I've only used the shortest ones I normally use are 1 1/4. I might be able to use something like that on the bottom hinge over there to use it as a shim put on the inside of that hinge. But first things first, to prop that door open, I've got just a 2x4 and a 1x4. I don't think I'm going to use the 1x4. I think the 2x4 is going to work. And see, I got to get this open. I can't open it up all the way because I've got that silly air conditioning register on the floor there. I don't want to put anything on there, so I could leave it about right like that. And look at that. It's almost perfect. The 2x4. If it wasn't, I could use the 2x4 and then I could put a screwdriver in there. That's just keeping the tension on this door, so when I undo the screws up there, I don't get the door to sag, because once it sags, there's no way I'm going to be able to put the hinge back in there with just myself being here. I'd have to have somebody else come and help me push on this to then get the hinge back into place. But because I've done that, I'm not going to have to do that, am I? Okay, so now I can get up in there. My first thought is I'm going to concentrate on that top hinge. I'm not going to work on that bottom hinge if I don't have to. Okay, so we'll just get you here overlooking my my shoulder. Let's see if we can't. I'm trying to get it so I got enough light on there. It's getting late afternoon, and boy, hope you can see that. Here, let's move back over here. Okay. Yeah, see how the camera wants to. Try that. Okay, how about that? I'm just gonna have to look. You're gonna have to look over my shoulder, and now I can loosen up that hinge. Because I'm first gonna see if I can pop that hinge off, and it's right over. It's right over the weather stripping on there. That's going to be tricky in itself. Okay? And I've taken this weather stripping off before. You see, there's some nice weather stripping in there, and it fits in a groove. I took that out so that the painters could paint in here. They wouldn't get anything on here. Okay, so let's see if I bend this. If I were to bend this back far enough. See how it fits over there? I don't want to mess with it. I think I'll take the weather stripping off, and hopefully that doesn't bother you too much, this wind chime. I made some videos years ago and people were like, get those wind chimes, just shut them off. It wasn't at this house, it was a different one with my aunts. And anyways, I left them on because I liked the sound, and some other people didn't really appreciate it much. Okay, how did this go in there before? I'm trying to remember. Oh, okay. The groove is from here this way, not that way. So get in there this other way. Got a stiff putty knife here. I use this for all kinds of stuff. And no, you can't buy one that's rounded like that. That's from years of cleaning scum and stuff off of grout lines and showers and stuff before I sealed showers. Okay, but I'm going to use that. I can still use it for all kinds of stuff, especially stuff like this. I just take it, bend on it, like that. I'm gonna end up taking the whole thing off. You didn't know you were gonna get this on this particular video, did you? See, I can take that and just bend it over, but I don't want it to be in my way of making a video for you. So I'm just gonna keep moving it. Well, and there you go. And see, there's that groove that it fit in a nice notch. When I told my painters, we moved in here, some painters came to paint everything on the inside, and I told them to take those off, and they didn't on some of the doors, and they put masking tape up there, and they thought they were going to be all careful and stuff, and they got paint all on here on some of them, and I ended up, and I told the one guy, and I says, hey, how come you didn't take those off? Oh, it was too hard, I couldn't get them off. You see how easy it was to take that off? Too hard, my booty. And so the ones, I took them all off, and the ones that were painted, I had to clean off this edge all the way down on quite a few of these stop trims, because we had 6 exterior doors with all that trim. Okay, so now I can get up in there and loosen this up, and I think what I'm going to do, because you remember the gap was so big in between there, I'm gonna take all the screws off and flop that back and drill some holes and do the whole bit like I normally do. I've got to get my stuff ready. Let's see, I've got drill bits for that particular drill, and I think I needed 1/8 inch, and the only thing I didn't like about these is the drill bits don't go very far. The length of the bit, they should have made these longer, because you can only drill in so far. Before I use that, because see, I've got my ratcheted drill, and to pull that out I have to lift that up, pull this off. See, that's what fits in there. You can't put a regular drill bit in there without that end. Okay. And this will tell me how long these screws are, and they're not very long at all. I might be able to reuse those. All right. Push that back like that. See these screws? Look at that. These little screws are holding that up, and that's it. I think I might, let's see, they're silver. And I'll see if I can find some of those, but in the meanwhile, I'm gonna take this off, and I'm gonna get my other drill bit. This is 1/8 inch drill bit. Put that in there, like that. Now I can drill a hole up on that hinge, right on the inside. And you know what? I think I may have to get my other drill, because see, with this I can only get so close to the door because the door is propped open and this edge is hitting. So I'm going to have to get my other drill and use my other drill. Be right back to show you how that's done. Okay, I got my different drill here. Now see how this one's stubby? I just can't get it close enough to the door jamb, but without hitting the edge of the door, because see how fat that part is? That's the part that's hitting. But see my other drill, you see how it's not as fat as that, is it? See? And it comes out at a point a little bit more, so I should be able to miss that. Okay, so I think I'll still use this drill bit, and I can use that. I just put it in there. Tighten it up like that. Okay. Now if I had actually take that back. See, when I drill that, I'm going to drill that through the door jamb up in there and all the way into the 2x4, 2x6 that's behind there. Now, so I can't really do that because this only allows me to drill up to there. The regular drill bit, I can drill all the way to where these prongs come out and hit it. Okay, which means I can drill using this drill bit further. That way it'll go into the 2x4 longer, because I'm going to put a long screw in there and I don't want the screw not to go in all the way. And the 2x6 is back here. This is 18 years old wood that's back in there, and so it might be hard to screw in if I don't put a pilot hole in there. So I'm not going to use this drill bit. I've got to go back out and find my other drill bits. I'll show you that in a minute.